Well, gang, here we are in the backyard. You're going to hear birds tweeting because there's a lot of birds back here. But anyway, first of all, this is a great video you're about to watch, but I wanted to thank you all for the amazing response of the announcement of my new boat. Just wonderful response, incredible comments, and I very much appreciate that. And there's a dog too. It's a neighborhood. What can I say? In addition to that, I've been sent pictures from the Hull 99 Wandering Hillbilly build in China. They don't look like much, but I'm going to show you. This is a single piece hull mold utilizing vinyl ester resin infusion process. I'm reading it because I don't know exactly what I'm looking at here. This is the hull curing prior to being pulled from the mold. Who knew? This picture shows all structural bulkheads are bonded in. The bulkheads are all structurally cored using high density foams and then infused utilizing vinyl ester rosin. I don't know. And finally, you'll see hull number 99 written down there. All engine beds installed which reinforce high load area. Well, there you go. Not much to look at, but it's being built. They asked me if they wanted me to come out to China and actually take a look at the build, and I said yes. However, my schedule this summer just is not going to permit me to do that. I wish I really could do that. In the meantime, about a month and a half ago, I got my buddy Ron and my niece Whitney together on a Zoom. Look, if you've watched my channel, you know these two have been on the boat more than anybody else, really. Obviously, great friends and relatives. The birds are really tweeting. They sound gorgeous. But anyway, about a month and a half ago, I got them on a Zoom, and I revealed to them my new plans, and their response was great, and our conversation was a hoot. It's hysterical, actually. So take a look at this, and yes, the wine was kind of flowing, you'll notice, but we had a great time. Enjoy. So we all had a little conversation prior to this, and what we just found out is that Whitney in a wine glass has Heineken. Please show, Whitney.
You would never know. I told on myself. You would have no idea.
Really? Let me introduce everybody again. This is Ronald, my Ed McMahon of life. Ronnie, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Everything's well. What's it like in Vegas, Whit?
I haven't been outside today.
Oh.
I don't know.
I thought it would be really interesting to get the two of you together because... Ron, did you just want to like destroy the whole video just then? What the hell just happened? Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm trying to get it.
Okay, all right. So, Ronnie, tell me about your first experience, because I loved actually your first experience ever. And so what was it about the first trip that you had to the BVI that you loved?
I had nothing to base it on. I got on the Wandering Hillbilly. I was blown away because I had never really been on a real boat. It was fascinating. The room was amazing when I got there. It was like a hotel with the towels folded, and the boat was beautiful. It was first class, and I had nothing to base it on. I was kind of blown away to be on a boat and getting, on an island off the dinghy onto a, a place where you're not driving, you're not in a tourist, you're not going to a hotel, and you're not dealing with all it. You kind of have, Alan, designed the itinerary, and we just followed it. It was amazing. Each island has its own identity, which I like, because some are rustic, as you'll ask me later, but my favorite was Anegada because I've just never been on such a beautiful beach.
I actually wasn't going to ask you later. I was going to ask you now because I know that was the first thing. Oh. What are they mad about? You know what they're mad about? They're mad because Whitney has beer in a wine glass.
Yes. But I could tell it's a Heineken.
You would think this was Chardonnay if I didn't tell you. I ratted myself out.
I thought it was...
Why is it so dark in your house? You could turn a few lights on.
Do you want me to? Oh, look, if I moved. Ooh,
no.
Look.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, fine.
Ooh.
Fine. It's okay. You're good. My favorite part of your first time was we were standing in the water, I think, in Anegada, and you looked at me and you said, "Nobody knows where I am."
Yes. You asked me, what am I thinking right now? Yeah. And I said, no one in the world knows where I am. And this is amazing, and it's peaceful. I could have stayed there all day. I mean, we did, but it was a real unwind.
All right. Well, how about you, Whit? Whit, what got you hooked from the very beginning?
There's just nothing like your first time in the BVI. You don't know what to expect. I had never watched any. I didn't even know to watch videos about. I just knew I was going on a boat with my fun uncle and some friends, and that I was expecting to have a good time. But there's just no way that you can anticipate if you've never been how fun it is and how relaxing it is. And like how Ronnie said, all the islands are so different.
I just have this thing about me that I want people that I feel like I love, and Ronnie, it's not that kind of love. So just back off a bit, okay? Just
Bummer.
don't think about it. But it's just a place that I feel like I love to take people I love because I think experiencing what you have in those 7 days is pretty much unreal, right? I mean, it's a trip of a lifetime, is it not?
I mean, you never know what you're going to expect. Every day is different. It's like a clean slate.
Here's the thing I love about Ronnie. In the morning, he looks at me and he goes, "What time are we having our first cigar today?" How many
Part of the
cigars would you
peaceful
like?
routine.
Yeah, you make
It
your own
is,
rules out
right?
there.
Yeah.
Here's my tale on Whitney. I once ordered food. You order your food online, and I once got rejected by the champagne I ordered because it wasn't expensive enough. So you like your champagne?
Yeah, you can't.
I
There's no
I have
point in champagne if it's going to be crappy. You may as
well
well
I
just drink a Miller Lite or a beer at that point.
in a wine glass.
Yeah, well, it just makes me feel more fancy.
More ladylike.
I didn't have champagne, okay?
So let's talk about this. How did a charter boat compare to the actual Hillbilly?
For me, I was, again, nothing to base it on. The charter boat was amazing. Then I got on the Hillbilly. I'm like, it was like, oh, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah,
The every because it's your personality. It's everything you put in the boat,
right,
comparing to what we didn't have on the charter and
right.
what we did have, and just trying to make an adjustment. I'm like, oh, it was just way. It was just first class. It was your dream, and it was night and day.
The boat we started on versus the
Right?
Hillbilly,
I know, right?
you really made me appreciate it. And now I don't know if I could I mean, I could, but now I don't know if I could
No,
really
you couldn't.
appreciate.
You couldn't.
I
Remember
Trust me, I
when
could, but
someone had to lay down inside one of the staterooms, open up the thing to open up the black water
oh yeah, to put
valve
the yes,
to let the
that was
poop
Katie.
out?
Sorry, Katie, that was Katie.
I know, right?
I picked the right room somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was another thing about going for the first time. You didn't really know either. That was really
No,
just kind of picked a company and went with it.
I
And we
know.
had a great time because it's more about the company you're with than the vessel. However, it doesn't suck. The Hillbilly did not suck.
Right.
And the charters now, I will say though, the last one we went on and we've been on that one doesn't disappoint either though. I mean,
Okay.
there is quite the distinction between yours and
Right.
that. However, I could be happy for the rest of my life on that as well.
All right.
You know.
Well, look, I would like to make a little announcement only between the two of my most favorite people who have ever been on my charters or my boats or my videos or whatever. Boys and girls, there is going to be a Wandering Hillbilly too.
Oh my God, yes!
Cheers
Thank
to you.
God.
All right.
To
Now,
that.
first of all, I want to say that that was a shitty acting job, Ron. You knew I was going to say that anyway.
I am so. I was.
You
I
could have
never
done
knew if
like
there was going to
jazz
be
hands
one.
or something. I
It's
did
so
some jazz
amazing
Well,
because it's you. The boat, like we said, the Wandering Hillbilly is you. You made the boat
thank
what
you.
it is because of you, and it's amazing because we had a good time on the charters, but it's not the same. It's not
It's
yours.
not the
It's not.
same.
We feel like it's like that's like going to a hotel and someone else was on it. 2 weeks ago,
Right.
and someone will be on it after
Yes.
we get off. So we can't make it. That was your home on the water.
There is going to be another Wandering Hillbilly 2. It's going to be slightly different. It's going to be built in a different way. And it's going to be. Really? Was that the light
He's
beer?
excited.
What the hell was that?
That was the Miller Lite.
No, it's right here. Go on. It's going to be great.
It will be very similar in its style and its compliments and its warmth and its charm. And it's not going to have any competition or comparison out there. I promise you. But here's the greatest thing. It is going to have a full-time captain and a full-time chef.
Oh wow.
So it's going to be a little bit different. And so I've invited my two favorite. See, if I say my two favorite people, I get
Yeah,
in
because
trouble. But if I say my two favorite people who have a barking dog in the backyard and someone who drinks beer out of the wine glass, then I'm safe.
Two of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Disclaimer. We're
All right, all right. All right, guys. Well, look, I just wanted to have a short conversation with you to see you again. I love you both. Whitney, how old were you when we started? Oh, shit. I shouldn't ask age. I'm not asking you ages.
I was
Sorry.
21 and I am now 24. So you do the math.
public school. Actually, not.
Yes, public school. That's
Can
correct.
I add something, though?
Yes, please.
From our
Add.
beginning, I didn't know anything about boating.
Yes.
You explained everything. We had our safety meeting before we left the port because I had no clue. Whit did about how we take care of the fenders, how we tie off bumpers.
Look, did you notice he said fenders, Whitney,
I-
and didn't say bumpers? Did you notice
I
that?
said fenders, but I'm just saying, from my experience, like I said, you guided us through everything, and I never felt safer. I mean, and if we made a mistake tying up, you corrected. It was an amazing experience because I never learned how to, lower the dinghy, which became one of my jobs, and bring it up. So it was fascinating, and we have the best hooker in the BVI sitting right there.
Wow.
Yes, there she is.
Cheers to
Beer
me.
in hand.
Because apparently I can't afford nice champagne on the salary that I'm getting from my hooking in the BVI. So
I happen to know that you have an amazing job. Have been asked all the time, how can she have a job and continue to come on these trips with you? And you have an amazing job that allows you to do that, right?
I have a lot of PTO, but I will say I work really hard in the in-between. I think corporate America these days takes care of people
Yep.
with PTO and well-being and that sort of thing. And so one of the things that I appreciate when we first started this journey, it was 2018, Uncle Al, and I was 21 again. And I worked for the same company. I know, 3 years ago.
Okay, go ahead.
It was 2018. Okay, so
Yeah.
in 2018, I worked for the same company, but I had a different position and was with a different group. Now I'm doing some government consulting, and in that, I have to be in the United States in order to work. So where initially I could have worked anywhere in the world, we could have gone, I could have hopped on my computer and gotten some stuff done. The reality is it's really nice now when we go to the BVI because I can't work. So I have to completely unplug and say, oh, sorry, can't answer that email this week or can't even look. And it works in my favor. So I will continue coming to the BVI as long as you'll let me.
Right. So, Ronnie, what she's saying is she doesn't love me. She loves the idea that she doesn't have to work when she goes to the BVI.
Okay.
If I wasn't
Yes.
fun, if you weren't fun, and if Ronnie wasn't fun, we wouldn't all do this together.
Well,
Exactly.
and the other thing is, Whitney, you always bring great friends, and Ronald, we've been there with other great friends as well, other
Exactly.
dudes, and so it's about giving to friends and letting them experience
Yeah, that was
about
fun.
how much fun it is to be together. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. These two guys are on the West Coast. What's confusing me is Ronnie is in California, which still seems sunny, and she is still in Vegas, which should still be a little
Still be
bit sunny, but
I
it's,
don't know what to tell you. It's not.
I don't know. Hey, I love you both, and
Love you
so
too.
we'll see what happens in the future.
That's full circle, and I'm so happy for you and your heart, and because that's where your passion is.
Perseverance, Uncle Al. Cheers to you.
Thanks, sweetheart. Thank you.
Love you.
All right, love you too.